Hello and welcome back to Digital Asset Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. IBM acquires Ripple-friendly Expertus to improve payment solutions for banks. IBM Giant has acquired Canadian fintech from Expertus, which has tested Ripple technologies to improve banking solutions for financial institutions. And as we've explained on this channel, basically, Ripple focus is the institutional, enterprise, and wholesale side of banking, as Stellar tends to focus on the retail. For example, IBM has been working with central banks for years with Stellar, creating central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, as we've shared since last year on this channel. But this is the great part to me, because the focus, yes, can Stellar do that? Absolutely, but that's not the focus. So it's great to see them bring Ripple in, which has already laid out the entire plumbing for this system. So IBM Giant acquiring the Canadian fintech firm Expertus, and it's connecting to Ripple to improve banking and financial institutions. That is a match made in heaven, because that's by design and focus what it is intended to do. And Brad Garlinghouse, as he states, has the laser-like focus. And again, the entire reason he created the Peanut Butter Manifesto. And that's something we've discussed as well. So if you haven't heard of that, check that out, and you'll learn a lot about Brad Garlinghouse. And he's a very successful person for good reason. In the article, again, it just explains about how Ripple is connecting with Expertus, and IBM purchasing Expertus is going to be using that technology for banks, institutions, enterprise, and wholesale side of the industry, which is perfect by design. And the next thing I wanted to discuss too, the bank chief proposes a far out crypto idea that should be the next Nobel Prize, is the headline. But what I want to share with you, especially if you're a new investor, Brian Brooks, America's top banking regulator, has an idea to help close the wealth gap between developing and developed world. He calls the concept country coin. Now, what the generic sounding proposal lacks in catchy branding is it makes up for in substance. The crux of the plan is to promote education and economic growth worldwide, says Brooks, the U.S. acting comptroller of the currency, the USOCC. So since higher literacy rates correlate to higher gross domestic product, then incentivizing people to continue their schooling could boost productivity. So individual well-being and societal prosperity, he says. So such rags to riches principles are well established in academic literature, even if the implementation lags in practice. Just ask the world's bank's economist. But now, getting into the article, I'm going to scroll down, skip just a little bit of this discussion. Feel free to come back, because the links are always provided in the description below in every single video that we do. So you can come back if you want to find out all the exact precise details. Now, getting into this, in practice, a Colombian student could take virtual courses using a cell phone and receive a compensation, Colombia coins, from the nation's finance ministry. If the coins are worth $10 a piece at the time of disbursement, then earning 100 coins would yield $1,000 right away, assuming Colombia's GDP and tax base rise over time. Now, then the price of the coins could be expected to rise too, earning more for the recipients. So a virtuous flywheel cycle is created, in which the more students learn, the more valuable the coins become. And demand for the coins, and thus their value, increases as more students take education courses, the paper says. So the proposal addresses socioeconomic inequality in the way traditional tax policy has not. Now, that's an exciting thing too, is basically getting paid to learn, getting paid for school. And the other additional thing with this that's very exciting too as well, the comptroller of the currency / comptroller of the cryptocurrency, Brian Brooks, has been shaking up the office of the comptroller of the currency since he joined earlier this year. Hallmarks of his tenure including granting more banking charters to financial tech or fintech startups, vocally supporting cryptocurrency innovation, and pushing for politically controversial fair access to banking services rule. Now, some of the members of the progressive wing of the Democratic Party have criticized Brooks for devoting, they say, too much time and attention to the cryptocurrency industry. Now, in contrast, he has earned plaudits from the private sector for his regulatory approach, including by clarifying banks are permitted to hold deposits backing stablecoins. And now here, what I want to get into and share is Coinbase chief legal officer leaves to take senior role at U.S. bank regulator. What we're doing is we're actually going to take you backwards. So the Coinbase chief legal officer was Brian Brooks before he was the U.S. OCC. And his idea of getting paid to learn is a great thing because it's something Coinbase has been doing. And I'm not sure if any other currency exchange or cryptocurrency exchange is even doing that, in which Coinbase has been doing for years. Earn crypto rewards for learning, holding, and inviting. So again, guys, everything connects to everything. Just wanted to share that with you because that was a quick thought I had, and I wanted to share that with you. And especially if you're a new investor, then that should be very, very exciting to see how everything is getting positioned, placed. It is planned, and everything connects to everything. Again, guys, remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But before I go, I'm going to leave you with a final thought. If you want to fly, you have to give up the stuff that weighs you down. Much love. We'll catch you in the next one.